So let's talk a little bit about why I draw our metric patterns as stacks of dots. This is a visual representation of a theory about how musical meter works. In class, of course, I like to use some familiar rock and hip-hop tracks to illustrate our duple and triple grooves. In order to help this video stay up on the internet, I'm going to use some free music that is available under the Creative Commons license. So here is our duple groove. So if you heard this and tried to find the beat, you'd probably end up tapping something like this. And it's probably pretty easy to see that our back and forth duple pattern fits well with the track. So you've seen me draw the duple pattern as a layering of dots. I told you that the taller stacks are our strong beats, or beat 1, and the single dots are our weak beats, or beat 2. Let me show you the dots synced up with the music. The argument here is that we are really hearing a layering of two pulses. In addition to the more obvious beat that we've been tapping, there's a slower beat from here to here to here. Here. While we're at it, we can add the fast pulse that the tambourine and hi-hat are making. And we could add a dot for every 4 beats to make this a 4 count instead of a 2 count. And so the music just keeps going like this, giving us a hierarchically layered groove that's actually pretty complex. These little diagrams aren't just part of a theory, they can actually be useful when we are having problems, figuring out what's going on, or when we disagree on what the main pattern is. Sometimes our disagreements stem from talking about different levels in the hierarchy. This is actually a pretty common problem with our triple meter examples, so let me play a pretty little waltz that somebody made as an open source video game background track. When you hear something like this, you are supposed to focus in on the relatively quick beat and count 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. But sometimes people focus on the higher level pulse, like this. Beat, 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 beat. If you did that, you might come away thinking that this track was duple. You could count 1, 2, 2. So how can you avoid this problem? Try experimenting with faster and slower beats. When you do that, you'll be exploring different levels in this hierarchy. But also, I'll do my best to pick tracks where the triple level is very strong and not too fast, more like a medium speed. This example from the internet is actually about right. I doubt students would have a lot of problems with it. So hopefully now you have a better idea of how musical meter is a hierarchy of pulses and what these dot diagrams mean.